Hello and welcome back to Great Explore. It's just sickening on the tongue, that name. It's the name of our ship, don't worry about it. We've got Earhart, Magellan, and Cortez all together on the same ship, flying through space. We are going to go, this time, to a Zoltan-controlled sector to try to see if maybe, cross your fingers, things won't absolutely try to kill us. But I will warn you, they're probably going to. You're far from Federation home space here in Zoltan territory, and it's not clear whether the authorities will have any goodwill remaining. Still, you have to push forward. Yeah, the Zoltan are like a big elitist, they're all about like order, and kind of like a police state, but it's not really a police state so much as they are all about the control and regulation of things. I mean, that still sounds like a police state, but you know, what? No. You catch a glimpse of a strange signal coming from a space station before your sensors shut off unexpectedly. As you discover that your sensors are being jammed, you hear hostiles beam onto your ship. Until you are able to jump away from the hostile space station, your sensors will be disabled. You should deal with these boarders first, though. Oh, that's not the end of the world. Oh, my word! Magellan, run! Run for your life, Magellan! Oh, my word, they had it out for Magellan there. Okay. I see how it is. They've decided that it's a good idea to take out our engine systems. I mean, I wanted to run away from the situation because this is not a good situation to be in, but apparently they don't want us to do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're not really gonna win that fight outright, but we can at least whittle them down in like subsequent fights. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Cortez is usually used to fighting the natives, but I feel like usually Cortez's natives aren't quite as technologically endowed. Is that how we're gonna put it? Oh my word, I just realized they took out the oxygen system. Like, this is one of those things in this game that I don't really understand. Boarders absolutely love. They're just so exuberant about destroying the oxygen systems on the ships that they board. Like, I don't know what they expect to do once they've turned off the oxygen, but I mean, I understand that you want to starve us out of air, but you're gonna die too if you're sitting in a ship that's completely devoid of any oxygen. I mean, I guess it does make for a pretty terrifying enemy in that said enemy will literally kill themselves in order to kill you. That's usually not a good situation to be in. I don't know if Earhart has ever been in that situation. I feel like Cortez has been in that situation before, mostly because, you know, Cortez created that situation, because Cortez, you're the worst! I'm sure Magellan did terrible things too. I'm sure most explorers did terrible things. I mean, I don't necessarily regard the group of explorers as the most, how should we say, humanitarian of people. Mostly because with explorers comes the whole menagerie of colonialism, imperialism, and all of that. It's kind of unfortunate, because, you know, we want to explore things without taking them over, but it's really hard. What is this? You jump into a sector of the nebula beset by a plasma storm. An automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves in to attack. Prepare to fight. Oh, well, this is perfect. Its shields are down, mostly because we're in the middle of a nebula. Wow. Well, look at that, This, I will level with you, is a bad situation. We have very little power. It's actually literally gone to the extent that I had to turn off the oxygen system in order to, you know, defend the ship. My goodness. How long are we actually gonna last with no oxygen? Because I'm gonna level with you, there's not really an option here in terms of combat. We can't... Okay. Now there's more of an option in terms of combat. We can turn back on our oxygen systems, at least until this ship gets its weapons back online, because we have barely any energy in this nebula. Basically, not only does the nebula cut off some of your max energy, it also cuts down that many bars. So since we don't have many energy bars to begin with, I mean, That was not an easy situation. That being said, we did deal with it quite effectively. The ship explodes, leaving behind us useful scrap. I know all about useful scrap. I'm well aware of the concept of useful scrap. I love useful scrap. Okay. So, we could upgrade our power, but generally, how I tend to do things, as I remember, oh god, it's terrible, is to upgrade things systematically. So we're gonna wait until we get 40 scrap to upgrade our reactors enough to get us a second level of shield, so that in the event that we actually need this 30 scrap for something else, we can use it there. Hello? You arrive in an asteroid field and are greeted by Zoltan Guard. By attempting to access these closed mining fields, you are in violation of the Natural Mineral Protection Act. Your weaponry will be confiscated for processing. You don't have time for this. We really don't. Okay, what can we do? We need to turn on the Artemis missiles. We need to take down their shields. We have the bonus, I will note, of being in an asteroid field. The Zoltan shields, basically nothing can pierce through them except that you do have that opportunity to be able to, well, nothing can pierce through them. You have to break the shield before you can actually target the enemy. But in an asteroid field, all of those asteroids basically do the job of, like, damaging the ship for you so that you can pierce the shields. Oh my word, I'm not having this. You guys, you're not allowed to have nice things. Ugh, okay. I think we've got the Zoltan under control. We're gonna power up our shields one more level, just in the hopes that maybe we don't get crushed by this. I mean, in saying that, Magellan, you are very close to a raging fire. It's not gonna end well for you if things, run, Magellan, run. Vent everything! All the systems! Oxygen? Who needs it? We don't need it. We're great explorers. What form of great explorer ever said that they needed oxygen? Come on now. I feel like explorers should be so progressive and forward-thinking that they even consider oxygen the object of but mere mortals in such situations as these. Come on now. I mean, in reality, they were terrified because I was slowly venting the ship and it was getting closer and closer to them. That's generally not a good situation to be in. I'm gonna level with you. What is this? The Zoltan station near this beacon are happy to receive you. As they give you the formal tour of their ship, you spy some local star charts and mentally log the details. Oh! Well, that's unusually nice. Nobody tried to kill us. I love that. Like, that's my favorite thing. Like, I can't even begin to express how happy I am in the fact that they didn't try to kill us. Okay, let's see. So we got some information on the star charts. We got a few ships here. Distress beacon. What we can do is head here. We can go all the way around here and then hit the store up so that we have actual scrap once we get to the store. It's gonna be great, trust me. By the time you notice the rebel ship behind the beacon, it's too late to avoid a fight. Oh, okay. I was about to just absolutely groan and be really annoyed at the fact that they have a defensive drone, but actually this ship is incredibly pathetic when you actually look at it. This is not a Mark II defensive drone, so whereas we have experienced a defensive drone in the past, it was capable of shooting down like lasers and things. The Type 1 defensive drone can't shoot down lasers. So long as we don't fire a missile, none of our shots are gonna get intercepted. And it just so happens that they only have this tiny little laser weapon, which quite frankly is not good enough to stop us. I'm gonna tell you that right here. They need to try a lot harder than a puny single little laser if they want to take us down. Okay, all we need to do is get one more solid shot in. I think we'll target the drone center in case they try to run away. Oh, we blew up their drone. Oh, how nice. Oh, that's great. You're dead! It's over! Artemis missile, done! Bada boom! Look, I don't have any patience. I can't be asked. You think that in some way we can be asked to sit back and just fight a rebel? Come on now. What do you want about? We got some stuff. That's nice. We're gonna spend that at a store eventually. Cross your fingers. I mean, we could die. This is a small concern, but it could happen. Oh, look! You pick up the last broadcast from a rupturing Zoltan freighter. The Mantis, they're here, please! You're interrupted by a fire off the port bow. Well, you seem to have met our old friend the Mantis. Doesn't everyone just love the Mantis? Aren't they just the best? I hate the Mantis so much. They just sicken me deep down inside. Their disgusting little sword hands. It's great. And they're everywhere, too. You can't avoid a good Mantis, can you? No. There's no getting away from a good Mantis. Hey, would you stop shooting my ship with your missiles? I do not appreciate your missile attempts against my vessel. Thank you very much. Magellan quite enjoys his vessels intact. Thank you. I'm pretty sure Cortez feels the same way, but I'm not going to ask him because I don't like Cortez very much. I don't know if you noticed. Not my favorite guy in the world. So I try my best, and Earhart does the same because Earhart's, you know, she's legit. We try our best to not talk to Magellan if at all possible. Can't be avoided on certain occasions, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, look! It's a pirate and a Mantis ship. You arrive at the beacon immediately, detect a pirate ship. It seems this distress beacon was a trap. Well, I presume that you stand as the natives of this land. We are here to take literally everything that you own from you and then make it ours. It's what we do. Hey! Oh, it's a rock. We haven't met rocks yet, have we? They're just giant guys with a ton of health. That's actually basically what they are. They also have the bonus of not being affected by a lack of oxygen, which I would argue is a pretty important bonus to take into account. But I mean, in this particular situation, I don't feel particularly concerned about a rock. Oh yeah, run for your life, why don't you? Cowards! Cowards! I knew you'd run from me! We're not accepting your surrender. You send your rock over to my ship. It's not even your pet rock. I enjoy pet rocks. You know, I'm fine with pet rocks. I have my moral and ethical issues with them. But overall, they're not the worst thing in the world. I don't have moral and ethical issues with pet rocks. I just think it would be hilarious if someone did have actual legitimate moral and ethical issues with a pet rock. That would be a bit weird. I'm gonna level with you. I don't even know. I mean, a pet rock is just one of those things that's just such a non-issue, you don't even have to worry about it. Hey, who's this? A human ship hails you. Ah, yes. Money. What are we going to purchase from you, my friend? Oh, I'd like to get another crew member. Unfortunately, we cannot actually purchase any of them. Not because we have any moral obligation with purchasing people. I can assure you, Magellan and Cortez basically have no obligations with that sort of thing. More that we just don't have the money to do it. I feel like we need to purchase up a full repair of our ship. That's going to be the biggest issue. And then we probably need to play the remaining money since, I mean, there's really not... Can't really buy any of this stuff because it's all too expensive. We're going to send a couple points into getting a few missiles and then top up on fuel, and that should be fine. That's great. And then, I mean, that's a store, but we don't really have any more scrap, so I guess at this point we're just leaving, because this doesn't seem to have anything at all. I guess that's it. We're away. People, we have passed through a Zoltan sector and not been killed. This is not surprising, actually. That's a pretty normal thing to have happen. Explore the asteroid field. Scans reveal a number of asteroids with useful compositions. You extract some fuel. Aw, yeah. So good. Anyway, for now, that will bring us to the end of this episode, won't it? That's just great. Next time, we will, we have to decide between rebel-controlled or civilian sector. We've had some good times in these green sectors. We may switch to a red one, but at the same time, it's probably better to go for the green so that we can build our ship up a little bit more before we actually go and throw ourselves, I don't know, into the face of an entire Mantis armada who's clearly not going to be terribly happy about the fact that we threw ourselves into their face. Because most people aren't terribly happy when you throw yourself into their face. If you find someone who is, it's a very unique person. Very strange. But anyway, that's what we'll do next time. So, until then, Thanks for watching, and of course, enjoy the rest of your day.